What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the second episode of Not Being Bad with Pad. I am joined here with someone named Two. Ironically, his name is Two for episode 2. This was not planned, but we are here for the second episode. We're also live on Twitch at twitch.tv/PADDD. That's Pad with triple Ds. Come follow me on Twitch. And if you guys like content like this, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But essentially, let us get started. And so same formatting as last time. We have 3 good clips that we're going to start looking at. And we have 3 not so great clips that we're going to be looking at as well as 2 VODs that we're going to review as well.
Cover going out.
I need to heal. Thank you.
Backside.
Cover going out.
Reloading.
So you actually saw someone mid
I mean, yeah, bomb.
in the smoke. Yeah, you saw him twice.
There's 2 double doors.
Yeah, the raise in the
Last
range.
player
Oh,
standing.
maybe the Sage is there too.
Spike planted.
I think.
Ooh. Oh my god, that was disgusting.
Wait, why are you on streamer mode? What's your Twitch name?
Where's the flash?
Spoiler, I do end up losing this round, but put it in one of the good positions. I felt like I just played my angles correctly.
The way that you end up clearing these angles
Backside.
is very, very methodical, very, very disciplined. Holy smokes, the way that you're clearing all these angles. And granted here, actually, it's a very, very, very small split second, but let's see
Yeah.
if we can catch this. So if you actually look through your smoke, you can see right there. You can actually see one person there in the smoke, and that was one of the persons that I caught in the smoke. So you can tell that there are 2 people double door. This was one of the people I was calling out. You can actually catch that. So one of the things you need to start training your eyes for, and also this is for everyone as well. The one thing that you need to start really seeing the things, like training your eyes for, is the things that are within your peripherals. So that's the one person you see. So you see that right there. The Reyna ends up showing up as well. But great clearing these angles. The way that you clear these angles is very, very methodical. And honestly, this is the same caution that we need in order for everyone to clear their angles. This right here, this is called slicing the pie. And you want to make sure that you're slicing the pie every single time you get into a site. Every single angle is cleared. Every single corner is cleared. Make sure that it's safe before you move forward. And here, this is also a case of where you thought you played well too. A couple things that you can do is that you actually still have pieces of utility. So this is something that we have to be very mindful of when we're playing the game as well. Granted, in hindsight, it's very difficult, especially in a 2v1 situation. One of the things you could have done as well is, you know that your enemy Reyna is actually right in front of you here. Go ahead and throw a blind and then try to take this 1v1 right away, because you know that you're going to be putting yourself currently right now in a 2v1. So great crosshair placement. You can already tell that the crosshair placement is amazing. Has a great understanding of crosshair placement.
117 Omen, no heal. Push.
I'm literally.
So you're careful of flank.
One enemy
Nice
remaining.
shot. Through the
Push
smoke,
Akon,
that's
I've-
super free.
Last player
And
standing.
you know, so this person ended up dying from flank, if you didn't realize.
Spike down B.
And you can see the flash come out. Great, taking the bomb, planning backward. So great use of your wall and your slow orbs, like, and you can see here, great play. So we can actually talk about one of the things that I believe right now that we've already discovered and that we will touch on later on within your VODs. That could potentially be an issue. One of the biggest things that will help you improve and push you into the higher ranks is now your utility usage. So within this game, one of the things that we will actually look at is that this is a 2-pronged game. Not only do you have to worry about your mechanical skills like your aim, your crosshair placement, being able to burst and spray. I think you have every single one of those points actually nailed to a T. Now what you have to get to and understand is how to abuse every single character that you like playing, and how to utilize your utility to help get you more kills. Something that could have made this entry a lot safer, and you'll realize that some people die to it, is actually just walling off one of these sides. So either the left or the right, cutting off any potential angles that opponents could come from, right? And also here, what you actually decided to do was actually really good too. So you wanted to slow this. I thought that that was a perfect play, actually. I thought that was going to be a perfect play, and I was actually a little disappointed you didn't follow through with that. In other words, what you could have done as well is to throw that slow orb and then start spamming, because if someone was actually standing right at the entrance of where you were spamming, just right here, and they were slowed, that would have heightened your chances of getting those kills. Now we see a second opponent show up through C-Link, so using the wall here to cut off one of these angles, because you are hidden in smoke, it would have been pretty free. You'll notice as well, within the first 2 clips that you had, you still had really strong utility for you to use, and then you kind of just go through the game with a gun game mindset, and then once you're kind of settled, you're like, oh yeah, I have these things, let me use these.
Yeah, I think one of my biggest issues is I still play this game like it's Counter-Strike. So...
Yeah, but it's now combining the 2 games together, that you want to have the mindset that you're having your gun out and then you're still clearing angles, but now what you have to do is that it, just like how flashes and smokes helped you get kills and get you across things in CSGO, you have now, for example, on a Sage, you have slow orbs to help you get the kills because they're slowed, and now you have walls which would help you get across to different angles, or protect you from different angles, that like smokes did, right? So you want to use your utility in such a way. All right, now let's look at the good clip 3.
Right now is peaks tiles.
So great read on that. You're already making some reads. So Reyna always peeks tiles. You can see that they peek mid, and then there's a dart. So in response, you play reactionary and smoke off the mid here.
I know
He's just
exactly.
running.
You shoot the lair.
That is so
So you actually collat the... So this is actually a really good play.
He's
101 on him. He's going through spawn to A.
He's low peek him.
Yeah,
should be moving at all times.
Yeah, so
he's here. I mean,
It is done.
like crosshair placement, mechanical work is so good. What a lot of people would do, and so we'll talk about this. You have great discipline, by the way, too. The way that you take these fights and engagements, you have really good disciplines. A lot of people would actually swing this. A lot of people, especially in the lower brackets, would swing this because they start getting hungry. But here you can actually see that your discipline nets you more than 1 kill. So here you're watching the angle here, and you fix your angle. You fix yourself in such a way where you don't leave yourself open or wide in the open, like right here. Because if you were, you'd actually end up getting flashed by this Phoenix flash. So you can see here, you jiggle to the left, really simple, and then you start taking jiggle sprays, right? So spraying and your bursting is really strong, and this is free. The reason why this is free is because this is free bullets that you're putting into potentially opponents running after that spray or after that flash, because that's a game sense thing where you realize that if someone throws a flash, most likely 9 times out of 10 they're going to peek it right away. And again, the last kill was really good as well. Great crosshair placement. Again, you can see here, the one thing that you'll always notice, I think that we'll see repetitively within your gameplay, is that we have a lot of utility left over. And this is something that we have to abuse as agents, right? Because our utility here would actually be very helpful, right? But another thing you could have done just to help yourself, also to help support your KJ as well, because you can actually see your KJ starting to take an engagement here, is throw a flash and then peek. So there's 2 people that actually show up in market.
Yeah.
You kill one of them. Who's the second one?
Cypher.
Cypher. And we don't know, like, I think the KJ ends up actually taking that win. But if you end up flashing before you peek out here, because there's a lot of time to do so, not only would you have blinded all 3 of them, and setting yourself up for a better engagement, but it also helps your KJ in this engagement. You can see that there's multiple things that you can do if you think about it within the game. There's multiple answers to things. It's not one dimensional at all. So we gotta get into the habit of using your utility. You gotta get into the habit of using your utility. So this one is a bad one. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so you saw someone pushing, and you end up checking wide, and then you readjust actually perfectly. Great shots. And then you saw 2 there, so you know you're being pushed. So you know they're gonna clear you. You already know they're gonna clear you. Wait, why did you say that this was bad?
So I mean, I had wall and then I had bomb. So I was thinking, I mean, yeah, I got a nace, but I could have walled the main and went to plant.
Wait, why did you say that was? Wait, this was good. Wait, what?
I mean, I just said it was bad because why would you take a 1v4 when you have bomb and sight, basically?
We didn't know that all 4 of them were gonna run and peek you. I didn't know it was 4. I thought it sounded like at least 2 of them. You could have slowed, but I think this is something where you have to think about it now, right? So if you ended up slowing and you ended up swinging, not only would this be a lot harder for you, because I was gonna say a thing that you could have actually done here is slow, throw your slow orb, right? But then if you end up swinging and we didn't know that 4 of them were there, you actually would have heightened your chances of dying, actually. So I thought that this was actually a really smart play. So this play, the reason why this worked is because of everything that you actually did. Of everything you did. If you did anything more, anything less, I think you would have lost. Like, I think if you ran a sight, you would have lost. I think if you slowed, you would have lost. Because the reason why a slow orb would have been good is because a slow orb would have helped you peek if there's 2 people there because they're running on the slow and it makes it easier for you to shoot them. Not if there's 4 of them there. So I think this was played well, actually. This was not a bad play. This was not a bad play at all. I think your thought process was really, really good, actually, in this. Okay, this is the bad clip 2.
Nailed. Spike planted.
Wow.
She gets double jump every year.
Where's
that?
On side.
Nice kill.
I want Sage.
You took a really cheeky angle.
You
Breaking the wall down.
kill my allies.
Careful now.
Nice molly.
No charges left.
Get him, Paul George.
Last player standing.
1v2.
George. They're both back there.
All good.
One enemy remaining.
Stick.
He's gonna peek you on the right, isn't he?
So free.
Wait, what?
I win the round.
Oh, you end up winning the round. One of the best things you could have done, and one of the best things you have right now, is you have ulti, right? So abuse your ulti in this situation because you knew that they were like far back, like all back there. So what you could have done is you could have hid here and then put yourself in here, ulti, flashbang, and this would also help your jet get in as well. Granted, you kind of like play a little slower than your jet. In these situations, you can be super hyper aggro because you have this ultimate, right? Here in this situation, I don't think that your scaredness is what is actually the bad part. Is that it's that you actually have some of the best utilities or skills rather to help you retake the site, and you don't use any of them. Phoenix here, he excels at being hyper aggressive, especially when he has his ulti, especially when he has his flame wall. Because what you could have done in this situation is actually for you not knowing what's happening. So after you get that first kill, again, I thought the sky kill was amazing. I thought it was perfectly well done. You could have easily ran up here just to where the entrance is, throw a flame wall, curving, and then get yourself into the site, right? Being able to help your jet. Because one of the biggest things here in this situation is it's essentially a retake. We need to find out as much information as we can in a short amount of time. You actually won this round because the jet stayed alive for as long as she did, actually. But she played this really well. So here, instead of waiting, since you know your jet's in, you could easily just get in. Get in, flash a corner, and then just run in, right? Because you're running out of time at this point, and you do, granted, but you don't flash or
Last player
anything, right?
standing.
They already know your position, so to help you get in safely is like one of the highest priorities you need to do. And you have 2 flashes left still, so why not use it? All right, let's check out the last clip
I'm checking spawn.
to actually. Okay,
Only
that was
kill.
great. Great call.
There.
And you can see here you have utility again that you can use.
Well, I hit him a couple times. He should be pushing. I'm blind again.
I didn't know that was blocked.
So great jiggle. Great jiggle on this. So great jiggle peeking.
Rotating.
Like great. This is free. To do that is so free.
Never mind. This guy's still here.
Should I go?
And one's
She
in.
party out.
Last
Yeah,
player.
she was in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she ended up
again,
walking
was
in. So in these instances,
rotating.
what you could have actually done is knowing that you jump peek and got the information and she flashed.
Never mind.
From here, you could have actually tried to go for a fight because she actually she played this really, really well to walk in because she knows that you're not really peeking and aggressing. From here, I think you just got a little greedy because you're just trying to like jiggle them and kind of like outplay them. In the end, they ended up outplaying you, right? So it's like knowing when to like stop playing your game and like, okay, let's go for an actual fight this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Fine.
So from here, what I would have done is like now that you got the information that she could potentially be there, I would have full swung and then fought. I think you would actually kill the Phoenix because I think you're a better player. So I think the thing you need to instill in yourself is having a lot more confidence to be able to take fights. If you play with a lot more confidence, especially within this bracket, you're gonna climb faster. Oh, for sure. I think you still play scared. Or scared's not the right way. I don't think you play scared. You're just very timid with some of the things that you do. But I think you have to have the confidence, like knowing that you're actually mechanically better than some of these people, or most of these people, based off of the way that you play, you're actually really good. Like your mechanical skills is really good. Some of the best that I've seen, actually.